Cole is in New York. He's been there for The Sun. He's political editor, of course, in the US. He's been entertaining us all with a series of Never Mind the Ballots. Harry, how you doing?
Evening. Well, good morning where you are.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, we just retweeted your tweet about CNN losing the plot because they're not too happy about what they're seeing on their radar. What are you hearing?
Well, I think some of the exit polls we're seeing, not the earlier ones, which were all about the sort of vibes and all about the, what the issues. The ones about how independents are splitting in Georgia and Pennsylvania is looking good for Trump. I'd want to be in Trump's shoes rather than Harris's right now. And as the data comes in, the networks are beginning to reflect that, and some of them ain't liking it.
No, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, we've still obviously got a long way to go. Democrats we're talking to keep telling us to wait and see, which doesn't sound very positive. They also keep saying things like, well, the big cities have got yet to be counted in Georgia. Pennsylvania is definitely Kamala's. She's definitely got Wisconsin. She's definitely got Michigan. She may need to have all of those, but we don't know that she's got them.
Well, I mean, as we've been discussing endlessly for days now, it's going to come down to really who can take Pennsylvania. And if she doesn't do that, it's almost mathematically impossible for her to get to 270. And right now, I was just having a look at the New York Times, and they're saying it's leaning towards Trump. They, their predictions, their analysis of, will the big cities be enough to hold her out, or is actually Trump, in some cases, appears to be doing much better amongst younger voters. And that was all what was going to come down to is could Trump get out young, angry white men and young, angry other men as well in higher levels than he had previously. Notoriously hard bit of the demographic to poll, which might seem why some of those polls were having him once again not doing as well as he appears to be on course to be doing tonight. Yeah,
indeed. I mean, because there was an awful lot of talk, wasn't there, from certain sections of the media in this country as well, that actually the closeness of the operation was disguising the real truth, which was that it was going to be a landslide for Kamala Harris. Some quite prominent people put their necks on the line. It certainly doesn't look like that, does it?
Yeah, I've screenshotted Rory Stewart's tweet just to make sure he doesn't delete it.
I wasn't going to give him a name check, but there you go.
He was saying that Harris was going to win comfortably. He hadn't seen anything. He hadn't seen anything anything to change his mind pre-polling day. Always a little bit daft to go that ball's out before a single vote is even being cast. I'd caution, but he's not tweeting anymore, shall we say?
No, he's got a bit quiet, hasn't he? We shall have to see about that. So what are you looking for next, Harry? What's the next kind of pillar to fall, if you like? What's the next big one?
I mean, we've got to look at that vote in Michigan. We've got to look at the Pennsylvania numbers. These are states that can take quite a long time to count. You're going to get a Pennsylvania result for four days or so in 2020. Georgia is looking pretty hefty for Trump. I think he's got that one in the bag. North Carolina appears to have been called for him as well. Obviously, they're still voting, I think, in some parts of the states. Nevada, Arizona. These are swing states that he needs to win. But as I said earlier, I think he'd rather be sitting in Trump's shoes right now. And it's going to be a long old evening for. I think there's going to be quite a lot of howling at this rate.
Yeah, absolutely right, Harry. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.